quadratic expressions. And the lesson 1, the first one, is expanding algebraic expressions. Let me introduce you about the rule of the most popular rule to expand brackets, which is FOIL method. So what is the rule? FOIL is stand for first, outer, inner, and last. So first terms of the two brackets, outer terms of the two brackets, inner terms of the two brackets, and last terms of the two brackets. For example, we have A plus B times C plus D. What do we do to expand the bracket? Expand the bracket is mean that we get rid of the bracket. There's no more bracket in this expression. All right, just follow the rule. So the first one is multiply the first two terms of the two brackets, which is A times C. So it's equal AC. And then next one is multiply the outer terms of the two brackets. The outer terms of the first bracket is A, and the outer term of the second bracket is D. So we're going to multiply A with D. So this one is F, this one is O. So A times D is plus with A, D. And then next one is inner. So multiply the two inner terms of the two brackets, which is BC. So I'll write here I. And then last is multiply the last two terms of the two brackets. So the last term of the first bracket is B, and the last term of the second bracket is D. So we're going to multiply them, L. So finally we have plus BC and BD. So this expression with two brackets has been expanded to this one and no bracket. That's how we call expanding bracket. And the method we used is FOIL method. Now we're going to use this method to do some of the expression in this column. The first one is this. I have x plus 3 times x plus 2. And what I'll do, I'm going to use the FOIL method. So I'll get this one times this one, and then this one times this one. I'll just draw the arrows to make sure that I do not miss anything. So my answer going to be x times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. 3 times x is positive 3 times positive x is positive 3x. And then 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then next you have to collect like terms. This one is a different term. This one is, they are two like terms. And this one is a constant. So we collect them all together. It turns to x squared. And negative 2x plus 3x is x. This one is your final answer. Move on next one. We do the same with the brackets. So the first with the first, and the first with the outer one, and the inner one, and the last one here. So what we have here, we write number 3 because number 3 doesn't have brackets. So we just do the bracket first. But because number 3 is times with the whole thing in here. So once you expand the bracket here, you still have to times with the whole thing that you already expand with the bracket, with number 3. So that's why I write down 3 and I open one big bracket. I will leave all the thing that I expand in here. Now it's going to be 5x. And then x times negative x is negative x squared. And then negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 times negative x is a positive 2x. And then I collect like terms in here. I know that it's going to be negative x squared. And then this one with this one turn to plus 7x and take away 10 is a constant. And then I multiply, I distribute number 3 in each of the factors or the elements inside the brackets to expand the final brackets. And what I have will be negative 3x squared. Take away 3 times with 7x going to be 3 times 7x is 21x, and then take away 30. This one is your final answer. Move on next one, which is perfect square, or the square or binomial. Now the rule is we have only 2 rules. For example, if I have a, take away a plus b squared. All right. You know that a square number is mean it times itself. So a plus b squared is, I can rewrite as a plus b. Just make it in here. A plus b times a plus b. And then again, we use the FOIL method to expand the brackets. It's equal with a squared plus ab plus ab plus b squared. Right. A times a is a squared, a times b is ab, b times a is also ab. You can write ba or ab, they are exactly the same. And then b times b is b squared. And then I collect like term. These two are like terms. Now just collect them. It's equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So from here to here, normally you have to memorize it. This is called perfect square. So I just summarize again. It's going to be a plus b squared. You have to remember straight away your answer going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. All right, I'm going to frame it. And if I have the other one is a take away b squared, you do the same thing and you will have a squared take away 2ab plus b squared. This one you have to remember these 2 formulas. They call perfect square. All right, and then we're going to use these formulas to do some of the questions here. The first one, the question is expanding this one. All right, so let's expand it. I have 2x plus 3 squared, so I know that I'm going to use this formula, a plus b squared. And my job is to identify which one is a, which one is b. So in here, a is 2x and b is 3. And then a plus b squared equal a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So here, same here, I have to write a squared. Now, instead of write a squared, because my a is 2x, so I'm going to write 2x squared. Plus 2 times a times b, it means 2 times with 2x times with 3. And then plus with b squared, which is 3 squared. And then I expand them all. 2x bracket square, it means 4x squared. And then this one turn to 12x. Turn to 12x and plus with 9. And this one is your final answer. Now we're going to do some more example on this one. For example number 2, I have y take away 3x squared. All right. And then I see a negative here, a minus here. I know that I'm going to use this rule, a minus b. So here a is y and b is 3x. B is, some of you may got confused that b is negative 3x. No, because negative already counted in here. So b is just 3x. So I'll write down here, a is y and b is 3x. And what we do, we're going to use this one, this formula. It's going to equal a squared take away 2ab plus b squared. So a squared is y squared. Take away 2a, 2 times a is 2 times y, and times b is 3x. And then plus b squared, 3x squared. So it's equal y squared. Take away 6xy plus 9x squared. Done. Now we're going to do one more example. Number 3. For example, I have square root 2 take away 5x squared. Let's check it out. So now you know that A is square root 2 and B is 5x. And because it's negative here, so we're going to use this formula. So it's going to equals A squared is square root 2 square, take away 2 times AB. 2 times square root 2 times B is 5x, and then plus B squared, which is 5x squared. And then square root 2 square is 2, take away 10 square root 2 x and plus 25x squared. This one you can go furthermore, so this is your final answer. Now we move on. Next one is the difference of two perfect square. We call it dots. Some of the books say dots, different of perfect square. They all the same thing. The rule is, for example, I have A take away B times A plus B. So tell me, it's equal what? Same. We use the FOIL method. First, the outer, the inner, and the last one. And we have the answer is A squared. A times A is A squared. A times B. A times positive B here, so it's positive AB. And then negative B times A is negative BA, or you can write negative AB. And then negative B times B is negative B squared. Alright, and then I collect like terms because these two is like term. So it equal A squared, and then this one simplify with this one. So your answer is A squared, take away B squared. Alright, so this called difference of perfect square. See, difference of two square. This one square, take away this one square. So difference of two square. So this one you have to memorize as well. So it is written as A, or you the other one then. A squared take away B squared equals A take away B times A plus B. You have to remember this one. Or the other way, A take away B times A plus B equal A squared take away B squared. So frame this one, and these two formulas, exactly just one formula, but you have to remember it. And then we're going to use it to do this question. Alright, so here I have 4x plus 1 times with 4x take away 1. I realize that this one is exactly the same with this one, or not, or can be this one, okay? So in here, I identify A and B. When you get used to this, you don't have to write what is A, what is B. Just straight away give your answer. A is 4x here, and B is 1. So my final answer is A squared take away B squared, which is, A squared take away 1 squared, which is 16x squared take away 1. Done. You already expand the bracket using the difference of two perfect square. 2 square. Next one. You know that your A is 3x and B is 5. And we also have the number 2 outside the coefficient here. We have to do the inside first and then times with the outside. So it's going to be 2 times with A squared. 3x squared is 9x squared. Take away 5 squared is 25. And then we multiply number 2 in with every factor is inside the brackets. So it's equal 18 x squared take away 50. And this is your final answer. Again, question number 3 is A equals, all right, question number 3, we don't have A and B straight away, so I just rub it up. So it is this form. We have something square, take away something square, and we have to bring it to like this one is factorize it. Factorize. So it means that you don't have the bracket and you have to bring this one into a bracket form. This one is just extra work because in the exercise there's some work like this. So I just want to give you an example. So this one, you have to identify which one is A, which one is B. This one is A square and this one is B square. So if A square, a number square equal 9x squared, so it means that number is 3x. And then 3x squared, and then y squared is y squared. So here I know that A is 3x and B is y. So I'm going to rewrite like this one. So it's equal A take away B, which is 3x, take away y, and times with A plus B, which is 3x plus y. How about this one? A tricky one. So easy to know that A is x in this question because A squared is x squared, so it means A equal x. How about 7? So with 7 is B, and a number square equals 7, it means that number is the square root of itself. All right, so it equals A take away B and time with A plus B. All right, so do these two bonus questions are factorizing question.